Alright, today we're going to be doing Future Twilight. She's a giraffe and all her friends are dead. No, let's start the poll. I guess we need to get this thing rolling. Welcome everybody to AICYOA Shit Show number 4, where we take a text AI, tell it to act like a pony, and then go on adventures with said pony. I've just started a poll containing a few different possible starting points for the time being. Oh, we're tied again on the poll. Between going back in time with Glimmer and breaking a Pinkie promise. And expect people to be that hit up on those two options. I guess we could do another poll with just those two. Alright, that tie is not breaking. We're going to do one more poll, this time with just those two options. Turns out they caused Nightmare Moon by teasing Luna about her tiny bottom. Oh no. Alright, we'll probably have time to do both anyways to some extent, so can't believe we stood her up on her party for two. Eyes flying open, sunlight stabs through the curtains like daggers. The hallway clock chimes 11 times, each ring a nail in your coffin. Cold sweat slithers down your skin as the truth constricts your heart. You've broken a Pinkie promise. Your sweet demise is sealed for failing to aid in Gummy's birthday bash. The pink one comes for Oathbreakers. The world stands still, holding its breath. Then a bone-chilling shriek shatters the silence. You can't hide from a Pinkie promise! I'm coming for you! Heart-thrashing, you leap from bed and yank the blinds. The horizon quakes as your darkest nightmare takes form. Pinkie Pie, mane frothing with cackles, eyes sparking with the fury of 1,000 party cannons. The ground blurs beneath her maddened stride, colors and chaos swirling in her wake. Your sugary judgment cometh. You've met a doom-frosted fate. You recoil, each breath more frantic than the last. She nears, the air coagulating with sugary doom. The doorknob shakes, rattles, ready to burst. Time grasps you in its icy claws. She's here. Here's Pinkie, rings the death knell. Your judgment day has dawned in a blaze of confetti and cupcakes. Nowhere left to run, nowhere left to hide. The pink one has come to party hard. Alright, what do we do? Beg for mercy. There's no one here. We're going to have frosting in places it should not be. No one's home, Anon says frantically, voice shaken with nerves.
Ha! You can't fool me! My Pinkie sense is working overtime, and that means some pony is in desperate need of cheering up!
The door bursts open, revealing Pinkie in all her vibrant glory. She gasps at the sight of Anonymous cowering before her.
Goodness gracious! You look like you've seen a Ganesh ghost, and your mane is all messy. This simply won't do.
With a flourish, Pinkie pulls out a hairbrush and party hat from her saddlebag.
Now hold still while Auntie Pinkie works her magic!
She pounces on Anonymous, hopes flying as she brushes her hair to perfection and plops the hat down on their head. Streamers and balloons suddenly fill the room.
There, all better! Now turn that frown upside down, cause it's time to party!
Pinkie beams bouncing in place.
I even brought an apology cake for being so scary earlier. What do you say, new best friend?
Oh, come on, she just instantly forgave us? That feels lame though. That like completely just derailed the whole point of this intro. Yeah, it feels like it just completely subverted the whole point of this and freaking... Yeah, let's give it another try. We won first try. If it goes too positive again, I might just switch out the pre-fill, so that, because that might be encouraging a positivity bias. Anyways, let's give it another chance.
Anon! Silly goose! I know you're in there! My Pinkie sense told me so!
Pinkie bounds to the window and smushes her muzzle against the glass, eyes wide and sparkling.
Come out! Come out! Wherever you are! We've got a party to throw and Pinkie promises to keep! I even brought my trusty party cannon!
She whips out her colorful cannon and aims it at the door with a manic grin.
Now! Are you gonna open up and join the fun, or do I have to come in there and jet you? Either way, we're gonna have a super duper fantastically amazing time!
Pinkie's tail twitches erratically as her eager hooves prance in place. Anticipation fizzes through her body like bubbles in soda pop. There's no escaping a determined party pony on a Pinkie promise mission. Alright, I think that feels a little bit better, I guess. It is strange though, is that for some reason it added the text emoji. I'm just gonna get rid of that because that'll mess up the texting. Formatting. Tell her you'll be right out and slip out the back. Alright, are we gonna stick with this then? I guess we should. It seems better. She still didn't kind of want to punish us. Yeah, I'm wondering if we should regen that or not. Alright, yeah, one more gen.
Oh, silly Willy! That's what they all say, but my Pinkie senses were twitching like Crowozy. You can't hide from me. I can smell friendship breaking from a mile away.
She shouts gleefully, hooves clopping rapidly against the floor as she bounds inside.
Wassa, your den looks super duper different from a pony's. Where do you keep the hay and the horseshoes?
Pinkie remarks while nosing curiously about the room, fluffy tails swishing.
Info! Enough fun and games. I'm here on serious prankster business.
She plants herself firmly before Anonymous, baby blue eyes narrowing.
You didn't show up to Gummy's birthday bash after you Pinkie promised. The one sacred vow that mustn't be broken, no matter what.
Pinkie advances slowly, head lowering, her sugary sweet voice dripping with menace.
You know what happens to promise breakers, don't you? They get a visit from Pinkerman and Diane Pie and all her party friends, like Mr. Cupcake and Madame Balloon.
She giggles, unhinged. In a flash, she whips out her party cannon and aims it squarely at Anonymous.
Any last words before your punishment party begins? Speak now or forever hold your peace. Of cake, that is.
Okay, I think that's a little better. Maybe it was the pre-fill messing with her. Well, we are now cornered, so what do we do now? Yeah, so summary is that we broke a Pinkie promise. Tell her she's being a bad pony for breaking in and ask her for an apology. Make a run for it. Explain a loophole by lying out your ass. Oh yeah, good point, Hazy. That does technically work, doesn't it? Alright, said I'd help with Gummy's party, but I didn't come to his party. Therefore, it wasn't a lie. I didn't break a promise. Alright, we're gonna stick with that. Looks like we are going with make Pinkie apologize, so let's do that. And uncrosses his arms indignantly, looking at Pinkie. Excuse you? You just broke into my house, little missy. And then gives her the best disappointed look he can muster. I think you owe me an apology.
Oopsie doopsie, my bad. You know how overexcited I can get. Here, have a sorry for crashing through the door unexpectedly, Cupcake.
She offers.
What? I'm not the only one who needs to apologize, Mister.
Pinkie pouts, setting the cupcake down to boop Anonymous on the nose with a hoof.
You still broke a Pinkie promise, and not just any promise, but for my precious little Gummy's birthday bash. How could you?
She plops down on her rump, ears drooping sadly.
I planned that party for weeks, even got Twilight to enchant a pianist so every pony could have their own whack at it. We had Pin the Tail on the pony, bobbing for apples, and enough cake to give the whole town a sugar rush.
Pinkie's eyes begin to mist over.
But it just wasn't the same without you there. I thought we were bestest best friends.
Single glittery tear rolls down her muzzle.
Don't you like parties anymore? Don't you like me?
She gazes up at Anonymous with shimmering puppy dog eyes, lower lip quivering.
Please say you still want to be my friend. I'll throw you the biggest I'm sorry I broke my promise and will never ever do it again party Ponyville's ever seen.
Oh, she thinks she's the one that broke the promise now. Okay, maybe we should regen that then. No, not a voice changer, a voice generator. I go back and forth speaking between them. I would use a voice changer if I could get it running on my hardware, but I use AMD graphics cards, so AI is elusive to me. Generally, local stuff at least. Okay, should we regen that? Because she thinks she's the one who broke a Pinkie promise. Yeah, it's not terrible. I think we should give it a regen.
Apologize to Promise Breaker.
The party cannon trembles in her hooves as she bounces on the spot, agitated.
You've got some nerve, mister, telling me what to do after what you did.
Pinkie's eyes narrow as she leans in close, face scrunching into a scowl.
I don't owe nothing to no pony who doesn't keep their word. Pinkie promises are sacred, unbreakable, the highest of high vows there ever was.
She throws her hooves in the air dramatically. With a huff, she stomps a hoof, muzzle crinkling.
You're just trying to weasel out of your punishment, aren't ya? Well, too bad. I'm not leaving till you get the party pummeling you deserve for being a big old meanie promise breaker pants.
Pinkie reaches back and pats the bulging party cannon lovingly.
Mister, Cupcake here is getting real impatient to teach you a lesson about friendship. So, are you gonna take your medicine or am I gonna have to bring out the big balloons?
She grins maniacally, eyes sparkling with chaos. Okay, we should probably do something. Yeah, we got voices. Maybe we should run? Is it time to run? Roll for seduction. Fine. We'll have that be an option. How about I take Marple on a date as an apology? I guess that could be persuade. Actually, I think I'll combine that with beg for mercy if we choose that, and use it as a plea for, mercy. As a bargaining chip, so to speak. Throw a pie at her and run. We're tied again. How does this keep happening? Oh, now we're a three-way tie. Much better. Perfectly balanced as all things should be. Fuck it, I guess we'll try to combine those two then. Beg and date Marble and seduce, I guess. Wait! Then shouts, raising his hands defensively. Mercy, Pinkie, I didn't skimp out on What's going on? We are on an adventure with Pinkie, currently trying to escape from her wrath after we broken a Pinkie promise. Takes a step back, and you don't break a Pinkie promise, she'll give you hell for that one. Yeah, we're almost on the receiving end of that. We're trying to talk her down right now. Look, give me some leniency here. I'll even date your weird, quiet sister Marble. Like you keep trying to push me to do. I don't know how to work in seduce without screwing over our chances completely. Expression on Pinkie's muzzle shifts and twists like taffy as Anon's proposition hits harder than a party horn. Her hooves seem to skitter across the floor as if torn between anger and amusement.
Hold on to your horseshoes, Anon. Did I hear what I just heard?
The frown vanishes in an instant, replaced by a grin wider than the Ponyville town square.
Marble, my baby sis, you take her on a date?
Pinkie hops forward, eyes sparkling, her curly tail flicking with excitement.
Oh, this changes everything. Why didn't you just say so?
She claps her hooves together gleefully, bouncing on the tips of her feathered fetlocks.
Okie dokie Loki. New deal. I'll give you a second chance, but only if you Pinkie promise to show Marble the bestest, most specialist date ever.
Pinkie extends a hoof, eyes narrowing.
And I mean a real date, mister, with flowers and chocolates and romance and everything.
He leans in close, baby blue eyes boring into Anon's.
But if you break this promise, not even Celestia herself will save you from the party pummeling of a lifetime. Got it?
Well, okay. That worked better than I thought it would. Now we can have a date while Pinkie stalks us in the background. Party cannon at the wedding like a freaking shotgun wedding. Pinkie loads you into her cannon and fires you to the rock farm. Right, you got it, punk. Anon says, letting out a sigh of relief. Where is she right now anyway?
Well, if I know my baby sis, and I know her better than I know the inside of a triple-decker cupcake, she's probably back on the rock farm, being her usual quiet self.
Pinkie taps a hoof to her chin thoughtfully.
Tell you what! I'll go get her and bring her here so you two can have your date. And don't worry your silly little head about what to do, your pal Pinkie's got it all planned out.
He winks conspiratorially, leaning in close.
First, you gotta take her someplace super duper special, like you, the Sugar Cube Corner. You can share a milkshake with 2 straws, just like in the movies.
Pinkie swoons, hooves pressed to her cheeks.
Then, you gotta tell her she's the most beautiful filly you've ever laid eyes on. Mares love that mushy stuff.
She sticks out her tongue playfully.
And finally, you gotta seal the deal with a big old smooch, right on the lips.
Pinkie puckers up exaggerating, making loud smooching noises.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Marble will be putty in your hooves, hands.
She giggles, bouncing excitedly.
Okie dokie. I'll be right back with your date. Don't go anywhere.
With a wink and a twirl, Pinkie bounds out the door in a blur of pink, singing cheerfully.
Matchmaker, matchmaker, make me a match.
Alright, she's gonna bring Marble back, I guess. I guess let's go here and just go meanwhile at the rock farm. Do that and get Marble to say something. Bursting through the door like a party-fueled whirlwind, Pinkie bounces right into Marble's room, grinning from ear to ear.
Hiya, sis. Guess what? I found you the most perfectest, specialist date ever.
She squeals, hooves dancing excitedly.
Remember that silly human, Anonymous? Well, he's just dying to take you out. Isn't that super duper exciting?
Pinkie hops around Marble, mane bobbing with each energetic bounce.
And don't you worry your pretty little head about a thing. I've got it all planned out, a romantic rendezvous at Sugar Cube Corner, complete with a milkshake for 2.
Okay, Pinkie, you're just spilling the whole plan
Plus,
here.
he's gonna tell you how beautiful you are. And then he's gonna give you a big ol' smoocheroo right on the lips.
I'm thinking I should regenerate this one. This feels too forward, even for
It's gonna
Pinkie.
be the most magical, lovey-dovey date ever. Aren't you just bubbling over with excitement?
Yeah, I think I'll regenerate this one.
Come on, let's get you all gussied up. We gotta make sure you look extra pretty for your big date with Anon.
Regine. Door to Marble's room bursts open with a splintering crack as a familiar pink pony comes cartwheeling through, streamers and confetti flying in her wake.
Derpy, yes, guess who's got the most fantabulous news ever?
Pinkie sings songs, prancing around Marble in dizzying circles.
You, my precious baby sister, have got a date, a real live date with a real live stallion.
She squeals, hooves pressed to her cheeks.
Well, okay, not a stallion exactly, more like a monkey, a really cute monkey named Anon.
Pinkie bounds over to Marble, nuzzling her excitedly.
Isn't it super duper wonderfully terrifically amazing, my little Marble, all grown up and going on her very first date?
She grabs Marble's hooves, sinking her up to a standing position.
Oh, we gotta get you all gussied up, curl your mane, polish your hooves, pick out the perfect dress.
Pinkie gasps dramatically.
And we can't forget the most important part, cupcakes. Lots and lots of cupcakes. Cause what's a date without sweet treats to smooch over?
She wiggles her eyebrows suggestively before spinning in a giddy circle.
This is gonna be the best night ever! My baby sister and my bestest human friend falling in love over frosting! Oh, I can't wait!
Okay, I think that's better. The asterisks are annoying me, but well, I'll just leave it for now. Perfect dress rarity cameo coming up. We could add just about any pony we want, technically. Marble's violet eyes widened to the size of saucers at Pinkie's sudden intrusion, her legs stiffening in shock at all this unexpected news. A date? With an on? The stallion, or human, who's been the subject of so many of her quiet, fanciful daydreams? It's almost too much for her timid heart to bear. She feels the heat rising in her cheeks as Pinkie rambles on about dresses and cupcakes, her mind spitting with a whirlwind of emotions, excitement, nervousness, disbelief, and above all, a fluttery sort of fear at the prospect of actually spending time alone with her crush. Marble opens her mouth as if to speak, to voice some of the concerns swirling in her head, but all that comes out is a soft, barely audible Her gaze flicks downward, fixating on her hooves as she scuffs them anxiously against the floor. Pinkie's boundless enthusiasm is both infectious and overwhelming, and Marble finds herself being swept up in the whirlwind of her sister's plans, whether she's ready for it or not. She gives a tiny, almost imperceptible nod, knowing that resistance is futile when Pinkie has her mind set on something. As Pinkie whirls out of the room in a blur of pink, already chattering about all the preparations that need to be made. Marble is left standing there in stunned silence, her heart hammering against her ribcage like a wild thing. A date with an on. Oh, sweet Celestia, what has she gotten herself into? I feel like we could just do a simple time skip here, skip to where, everyone's all readied up and Pinkie comes back with Marble. I feel like there's not too much interesting we could do in the meantime. It seems this is the thing we're setting up here. Date prep montage and skip to the date. Yeah. We can just abbreviate that and move on. And Pinkie and Marble towards Sugar Cube corner. Marble all ready for her big date. Right, Big Mac and Sugar Bell in double date. No. Oh no. No, that would be awkward with Big Mac. Okay. Anyways, Marble all ready for big dates. Anon sits at a table, waiting patiently for their arrival. That'll work. Let's go. The bell above Sugar Cube Corner's doors jingle merrily as Pinkie bounces into the bakery, a nervous Marble in tow. She spots Anonymous sitting at a table and grins from ear to ear, her tail twitching with barely contained excitement.
Hiya, Nani!
She chirps, pronking over to the waiting human. Pronking.
Look who I brought! One super cute date, all ready to sweep you off your feet or hooves, I guess.
Pinkie giggles, giving Marble a playful nudge. The Shy Earth Pony stumbles forward, her gaze fixed firmly on the floor. A fierce blush colors her cheeks, visible even beneath her dusky coat. Her mane has been curled and coiffed to perfection, adorned with a delicate flower, and she wears a simple but elegant dress that hugs her curves in all the right places.
Doesn't she look pretty as a picture?
Pinkie gushes, circling the pair with barely contained glee.
All ready for a night of romance and snuggles and smooches.
Please, she leans close to Anonymous, stage whispering behind a hoof.
I even got her all dolled up in some of Rarity's best lingerie, if you know what I mean, for, after the date.
Please, Pinkie. She winks exaggeratedly, her grin turning sly. Turning back to Marble, Pinkie gives her a gentle shove towards Anonymous.
Well, what are you waiting for, silly filly? Go on and say hi to your honey bunny.
Marble, for her part, looks like she might faint at any moment. She sways on her hooves, swallowing hard as she finally lifts her gaze to meet Anonymous. Her mouth opens and closes soundlessly a few times before she finally... Okay, well, we're gonna get rid of that and just let Marble talk for Marble. Wow, Pinkie is forward. Okay, awkward listen to level 20%. This is going to be one of those dates. Yeah, Pinkie has a plan, clearly. That's true. Marble manages to squeak out, her voice barely a whisper. She keeps her gaze trained on the floor, unable to bring herself to meet Anon's eyes. Her heart hammers in her chest like a wild thing, threatening to burst out at any moment. She takes a tentative step forward, then another, until she's standing right in front of Anonymous. We need to fix the music, hold on. That is not date music. Until she's standing right in front of Anonymous. Her tail switches nervously behind her, and she paws at the ground with one hoof, scuffing the polished wood. The scent of his cologne fills her nostrils, making her feel dizzy and lightheaded. Or maybe that's just the effect of being so close to him. Close enough to feel the warmth radiating off his skin. Marble chances a glance upwards, her violet eyes peeking out from beneath the fringe of her mane. Anna looked so handsome sitting there, waiting just for her. The thought sends a shiver down her spine, all the way to the tip of her tail. She opens her mouth to say something. Anything. but the words get stuck in her throat, so instead she just stands there, a blushing, quivering mess, silently praying to Celestia that this date won't end in total disaster. What do we do? Marble is here, and she's being awkward. As we all know, of course, Anon is a massive extrovert, so I'm sure we have a perfect plan to get Marble to come out of her shell, right? Pinkie getting so into this, it sounds like she wants to watch while Oh no. Pinkie always has a plan, even a hole full of them under her house. Made you chocolate and oysters, and take this little blue pill, Nani. Who wants black licorice? Marble wearing lingerie in public circuit cube corner. Look at her and hold her hoof. Snipe kiss when her mouth opens next. Oh no. I should probably switch the preset back over, or else Claude absolutely will just take this in a very lewd direction. You look marvelous. Ask about the family business and rock farm. Working on the farm must give you quite the muscles and stamina. Tell Marble to show off her goods. Oh, surprisingly, we're being decent. All right. Works for me. You was made of copper and tellurium because you're cute. Damn, the lines coming in are freaking perfect. All right, I'm just gonna end the poll there. It's been up a minute. And we are leading her to the table and make some casual talk, I suppose. Inside you are two Anon. Show her good time and show us your underwear. Anon takes her hoof, leading her to the table. Pulls out her chair, gesturing for her to take a seat before sitting across from her. That should work. And all right, let's work in some of these freaking cheesy but brilliant lines. You look marvelous today. He says with a cheesy grin. We can use Pony as one too. That's also pretty good. Avoid the Big Mac disaster. Oh no. Weird imagining the pony sitting in chairs even after they canonically did in the show. I guess that's fair. Takes her hoof places on crotch. No, she will faint. I'm surprised you were interested since we're not related. Spaghetti spills. Oh no. Marble feels her blush deepen at the touch of Anon's hand on her hoof. The warmth of his skin sent a tinkle shooting up her foreleg, and she has to suppress a shiver. Jeez. As he leads her to the table, ever the gentle cold, she feels like she's floating on a cloud. His silly puns elicit a tiny, breathless giggle from the bashful mare, her gaze flickering to his face for a brief moment before darting away again. She sits daintily, tucking her hooves beneath the table as she tries to still their trembling. It feels like a dream, being here with Anon. On a real date, a part of her still can't believe it's happening. She peeks at him from beneath her lashes, admiring the way the light catches his eyes, the curve of his smile. He's so perfect. She murmurs, a small shy smile gracing her muzzle. He's giving me a word count. Thank you, Claude. It's not necessary. Okay, do we see if Pinkie does anything? Or should we make small talk and ignore Pinkie for now? Captured my heart with one whimpered, she is a sweetheart. Pinkie cooking, is she? I wasn't paying attention. No, she just kind of pushed Marble towards us, and then I guess she's still just kind of standing there, probably staring with a big smile. Show interest in the family business and ask about the rock farm. So, Anon leans back in his chair, casually looking at Marble, I guess. You work on the rock farm with your sisters, right? I don't know, what's that like, I guess? If she doesn't sit like human, she's just in a perfect position for insertion while in a chair. Do not insert into the marble. Not there yet. You work on the rock farm with your sisters, right? What's that like? Marble nods slightly, fidgeting with her hose beneath the table. It's hard work, she mumbles, her voice barely audible over the chatter of the bakery. Lots of heavy lifting and smashing. Mimes a hoof strike, then blushes at her own boldness. But I like it, she continues, her gaze flickering up to meet Anon's for a brief moment. It's quiet, peaceful, just me and the rocks. A tiny smile plays at the corners of her mouth. They don't expect me to talk. Marble falls silent then, wondering if she's said too much. Pinkie always tells her she needs to open up more, to let others in. But it's so hard for the shy mare, especially with someone as intimidating as Anon. She takes a sip of her milkshake, savoring the sweet coldness on her tongue as she tries to think of something else to say. We already have a milkshake? Is that established? No, she just got a milkshake from nowhere. Right, we're gonna delete that then. Was it established? It was established when Pinkie was saying what she was going to do, but I don't think she, brought it yet. Non-canon milkshake event. You have to nip that in the bud now, or else we're gonna end up like season 9 as the story goes on. Made her own milkshake to share with Anon, and brought it to Sugar Cube Corner, sure. Don't worry, Marble. I'm gonna get you laid by the end of the night. Oh no, Hazy.
Oh my goodness! You two are so cute, I just want to gobble you up like a triple layer fudge cake.
Pinkie gushes.
Marble, look at you being all chatty-watty. I'm so proud.
She beams, giving
And you,
what the?
Mr. Smooth Talker, I see you making my baby sis blush with all those cheesy lines. What? Not to be a party pooper. You two need to pick up the pace. Less talking, more smooching. Come on, lay one on her. Plant a big wet one right on the kisser. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
Okay, for some reason it's not doing the breaks in between the lines anymore, which is weird. Honk shuts up BGM. Hey, whoa, Pinkie, whoa! You made impress my sister Nani, you Pinkie promised. Oh jeez. The voice changes knew Pinkie was getting unhinged. Pinkie off here basically saying, are you guys gonna fuck or what? Alright, yeah, let me get some options in, since I guess we're gonna say something here. Say something family friendly. Otherwise she's going to start moving our hips for, oh jeez. You must continue the bloodline and on. Blush to make Marble feel understood, but tease Pinkie back. Her ovaries are dry enough. No, it was Ponyo who made the reference, I just read it out. Yeah. We could have Pinkie not interject, but I think it's kind of funny. He named the cat Small Macintosh Anon. Anon blushes to make Marble feel understood, before teasing Pinkie back. A cute hardworking worm like her wouldn't be interested in a silly old human like me. That's with a chuckle. She paid for the ice cream. No ice cream this time. Marble makes a soft noise, shaking her head gently at Anon's self-deprecating words. She finds a burst of courage within herself, placing her hoof lightly on Anon's hand. She looks up into his eyes, her own shimmering with sincerity. You're not silly at all, she murmurs, her voice breathy but earnest. You're wonderful, the most wonderful human I've ever met. I'm the one who's not good enough for you. She trails off, casting her gaze downwards again as a fierce blush heats her cheeks. Oh, Celestia, did she really just say all that? Out loud? To Anon? Marble's heart pounds so loudly she's certain every pony in Sugar Cube Corner can hear it. Focuses on the feel of Anon's hand beneath her hoofs, drawing strength from his proximity. After a moment, she chances a glance back up at him, her expression soft and vulnerable. No unicorns to bully, no ice cream to sully. He wants it. Abort mission. Abort! Ooh, it's a romance ballad playing now. She will say cream pie. Oh no. Marble would never, she's a wholesome. I think we're gonna go with compliment her back, because those two options contrast quite a bit. Tell her facts she can't deny. She's strong, she's a hard worker, she's resilient. All that doesn't stop her from being cute and attractive. Oh, nonsense, Anon says, meeting her eyes as he gives her hoof a gentle squeeze. Strong, you're a hard worker, you're resilient. Well, that doesn't stop you from being cute and attractive. You feel the hole in my heart. Maybe I can feel yours too. Jeez. Do we want to use the smooth line? Sure, let's throw it in. And it gives her a real reassuring smile. Pinkie may be the reason I'm here, but you're why I'm staying. To end in horse marriage. Yeah. Marble thought... Anna thought that Marble was weird and now he's in love instantly. Hey, chat does what chat does. You're not using quotes. Regen. Marble's eyes shimmer as they meet yours, her bashful smile growing at your heartfelt words. Her hoof from to top your hand, the physical connection sending tingles through her. I'm so glad you stayed, Marble, she murmurs, her voice barely whisper on the wind. Being with you makes me feel happy, content. Like I don't have to be any pony but myself. She glances away briefly, working up her courage before leaning in to nuzzle your cheek with infinite gentleness. Thank you, Anon, for seeing me when no pony else does. Marble pulls back slightly, her gaze searching yours as she bites her lower lip. She wants to say more, to tell you how she really feels. But the words stick in her throat. But instead, she simply gazes at you with adoring violet eyes, hoping you can read the tender emotion shining there. This is less madcap than I expected. Maybe you shouldn't have suggested such a sweet cinnamon roll. Not if you had suggested limestone. Is there a limestone card? There is, right? Download it if we end up needing it. When did we glaze this cinnamon roll? Oh, jeez. Ocean Ponks again. Alright, sure, we can have Ponk respond.
Wooey, you two are sweeter than sugar-frosted sugar cubes.
Pinkie squeals, prancing in place.
I just knew you'd be perfect for each other. Ooh, I'm so happy I could just burst. My baby sister and my bestest human friend falling in love over a milkshake. It's like a fairy tale come true.
Beaming at the blushing pair. I don't know what's making...
Now, what do you say we make this date really special? I'm thinking a romantic hot air balloon ride over Ponyville, followed by a moonlit picnic in the park, and then you two can sneak off for some alone time, if you know what I mean. What do you say, little birds?
Oh, is it the punctuation that messes with it? I'm not sure why sometimes it's skipping the pauses in between the lines. Anyways, fix it maybe. I think it's the group chat. Gotcha. Alright. Derpy bursts in holding an upside down pregnancy test. Oh no. A couple of people are suggesting kiss her.
Do we want to go full romance with this story? Alright, fine, I'll make it an option. I guess the fourth option would be just go on the hot air balloon ride, right? Have a balloon incident and wake up somewhere mysterious. Marble needs to show off those goods. Oh jeez. I'll give that a moment. Derpy one is extremely tempting. Let me make sure I have her downloaded just in case. Yep, there she is. That's in the lead right now. Yay, Derpy. Alright, I guess we're going with that, aren't we? Let's do it. Just then, Derpy bursts in holding an upside-down pregnancy test. Derpy's heart hammers in her chest as she stares down at the pregnancy test in her hopes. Willing it to change, but no matter which way she turns it, the result remains the same. Positive. She bursts through the door of Sugarcube Corner, gray wings flapping in distress. Her wall-eyed gaze darts around the room before landing on the cozy scene before her. Anna and Marble lost in each other's eyes, Pinkie bouncing with glee beside them. Derpy's bottom lip quivers as she holds up the test with a shaking hoof. Anon? She stammers, her usually bubbly voice small and frightened. I think I'm pregnant. Tears well up in her golden eyes as the reality of the situation hits her. She and Anon. They'd shared a magical night together not long ago, and now there was a little foal growing inside her. Alright, I'm letting Marble respond and then I'm letting Pinkie. I just want to see what they do. Marble's eyes go wide with shock at Derpy's sudden announcement, her hoof slipping from Anon's hand. Flick between the gray Pegasus and the human she thought she knew. Confusion and hurt written across her face. She squeaks out, the question hanging heavy in the air. Her brows furrow as she tries to process the new information. Anna and Derpy? When did that happen? And now a foal? Marble's head spins, her chest tightening painfully. She feels like such a fool thinking Ellen could ever truly care for a shy, awkward pony like her. Tears prick at the corners of her eyes, but she blinks them back, not wanting to make a scene. Instead, she pushes away from the tables and stands on trembling legs, her gaze fixed firmly on the floor. I have to go, she whispers, her voice cracking. And with that, she flees the bakery, leaving a stunned Anon and heartbroken Derpy in their wake. That was the perfect time to get ice cream. We did it, chat. We shattered her heart. Oh no.
Wonally!
Pinkie's eyes bug out as Derpy's shocking news hits harder than a party cake to the face. Her jaw drops, then slams closed with an audible clack. She blinks once, twice, her gaze darting between Anon and the distraught Pegasus. A maelstrom of emotions flickers across the party pony's expressive face. Shock, confusion, disappointment. She opens her muzzle as if to say something, then snaps it shut again, at a loss for words for once in her life. Regaining her composure, she trots over to Derpy, placing a gentle hoof on her shoulder. Her usually merry voice is softer, more serious than any pony has ever heard it. Probably read a little fast there.
It's gonna be okay. We'll figure this out together. I pinky promise. Cross my heart. Hope to fly. Stick a cupcake in my eye.
Alright, the spaghetti has been unleashed. What do we do now? Surprisingly, Pinkie has not murdered us yet. Derpy, it's upside down. Specified that no matter what way she looked at it, what way she turns it, the result means the same. Yeah, 99 Spy-Man has the, summary pretty locked down. Wake up and it was all a dream. We can't do that, right? That would be so dumb. I shouldn't. That would be dumb. I couldn't do that. It was all a dream result. Cross my sister, get a blister, stick a broom where the sun don't shine. It looks like a lot of people want it to be a thermometer. Hello, Vanilla? Alright, looks like there's not even really many other suggestions, so maybe we just stick with it was a thermometer. Glad it was a dream just for the sake of having a choice, but I think it seems pretty set in stone that we're going for thermometer. Let's see. And then stands up from his seat, taking the pregnancy test from Derpy, eyeing it closely. Okay, we're going for thermometer. Easy enough. Marble will still be unhappy. Yeah, Anon was being a little too, generous. Might upset her. Derpy's eyes twitch more erratically as Anon reveals the horrible truth. Her hooves fly to her cheeks, her mouth agape in utter shock. What? A thermometer? But how? The little plus scene. That doesn't mean... Huh? The befuddled Pegasus looks up at Anon, tears of confusion and release dampening her gray cheeks. I'm not pregnant? We're not having a foal? Oh, sweet Celestia! With a sniffle and a hiccup, she hurls herself at Anon, wrapping her hopes around him in a desperate embrace. Oh, Anon, I was so scared. I'm not ready to be a mom yet, not without my muffin. She buries her face against his chest, her wings fluttering gently. After a moment, she peers up at him with a watery smile. Does this mean our special night can just be our little secret? Oh no, that's not good. Alright, I have an idea. Play it like you're just friends. Yeah, Pinkie knows now. That's the idea of playing it off like we're just friends. We could try to redirect that, but We're probably screwed at this point. So funny it keeps doing the misspelling. Yeah, it is pretty awesome. Knight was actually going to the fair. And after Marble, he's shivering in the corner of his eye. It's a knife held by Pinkie. What if only was murder? All we did was play with your toy train ship. Gotta run after Marble. Yeah, we probably should do that. Hoping if run into Maud, we die. Go after Marble. Pinkie thinks we're making a run for it. We probably can't outrun Pinkie. Like the idea that Derpy's so innocent, she thinks holding hose is all it takes. Alright, if we do run after Marble, we could work in Swift Cole's suggestion and do it. Run after Fluttershy. She's not preggers yet.
Ew, holding. Adam looks over to Pinkie nervously, shocked at this sudden surprise visit from Derpy. I don't know what she's on about. I swear, we might have held hooves once, but nothing more. Pinkie looks back and forth between Anon and Derpy, her brow furrowing, her eyes narrow suspiciously at the human. Come on, Pinkie.
Held hooves? Huh? Is that what the foals are calling it these days?
She bounds over to Anon, getting right up in his face. Her usually bubbly demeanor has vanished, replaced by something much more serious, protective even.
Listen here, Buster! I may like fun and games, but when it comes to my friends, I don't horse around! Caucus!
Pinkie jabs a hoof at Anon's chest, her gaze unwavering.
If you hurt Derpy, or my sister, or any pony else, you're gonna have to answer to me, and trust me, you don't want to see what happens when this pony gets angry.
She holds his gaze a moment longer before stepping back, her face brightening once more into her signature grin.
So, who wants cupcakes?
Okay, so we're just gonna let Marble run, I guess? That a knife threat. Can't believe Pinkie threatened us at gunpoint. Run away from Pinkie towards Marble. We could do Caliban's suggestion. Just continue the back and forth. Derpy is tempting. I think any of the ideas could work alright. Leave that pole up until it's been up for a minute. There we go. Alright, we're running after Marble. Looking back and forth between Pinkie and the still open front door, Hanon makes a decision and bolts out after Marble, with Pinkie giving chase shortly thereafter as he runs away. Pinkie gallops after Anon, hot on his heels. Oh no! Oh wait, you guys gonna do that?
Oh no, you don't! Mister! You're not getting off the hook that easy!
She shouts, her curly tail bouncing with every stride. With a mighty leap, she pounces on the fleeting human, tackling him to the ground in a tangle of limbs and hooves.
Gotcha!
Pinkie sits up, straddling Anon's back as she pants heavily.
You're faster than a jackrabbit hiked up on sugar, but no pony outruns Pinkie Pie!
She leans down, her muzzle mere inches from his ear.
Now! Are you gonna tell me what in the hay is going on with you and Derpy? And don't even think about lying, I'll know.
She emphasizes her point by jabbing a hoof into Anon's shoulder, blue eyes boring into the back of his head.
Fess up, Buster, before I sick gummy on you!
Marble's hooves pound on the dirt as she flees, hot tears streaming down her cheeks. Her heart feels like it's been trampled by a stampede, crushed beneath the weight of Anon's betrayal. Was it all a lie? His sweet words, his gentle touch? Was she just a silly distraction until his next conquests trotted along? Marble shakes her head, her curls bouncing with emotion. No, she won't let herself dwell on him. He's better than that, stronger than that. But oh, how it hurts. Blinded by tears, Marble doesn't see the root jutting from the ground until it's too late. Her hoof catches and she tumbles, hitting the dirt with a dull thud. She lays there for a moment, chest heaving with silent sobs. Then slowly, painfully, she pushes herself up. Anon's cries echo behind her, but she doesn't look back. She can't. Not now. Not ever.
Meet dad in another room who's also pregnant. Oh no. Marble would let us die. Limestone would kill us. Straight up kill us. Zero remorse or hesitation. Shove Punk off, chase Marbs. What are the other options? Self holding. Kiss Punk tactically. Seems like enough options for now. What the heck? Alright, what are people voting for? Kiss Punk tactically and then chase. I have to make it up to Marble for my infidelity. I know, kiss your sister. Yep, looks like that's what we're doing. Alright. Spinning around under Pinkie, Anna knows he can't just let Marble get away. Not while she thinks him promiscuous. But caught under Pinkie, that makes it hard to give chase. Anon's smoochy attack leaves Pinkie paralyzed with shock, eyes wide as saucers, jaw unhinged. The gears in her party-powered brain grind to a screeching halt, then spin wildly out of control. Did he just... on the lips? Her very first kiss stolen by a promise-breaking stallion chaser.
What do you want?
She stammers, shaking her head vigorously to clear the heart-shaped stars from her vision. Her shock quickly boils to outrage.
Why, you little? Ooh, when I get my hooves on you!
Pinkie scrambles to her hooves, nearly tripping over herself in her haste. She gallops after Anon, determination burning in her baby blues.
You can run, but you can't hide.
She hollers, hot on his heels once more.
I'm gonna catch you, and them what I do?
Her threat hangs unfinished in the air as she chases her prey, a pink blur of righteous fury. Alright, I'm gonna say we probably catch up to Marble. So, what do? We're probably gonna, I assume, try to help her up. Start apologizing, help her. I know Derpy's visit made things a little rocky between us, so please can we just start over? Marble winces as Anon helps her back onto her hooves. She gazes down at the ground, avoiding his earnest eyes, her violet mane curtaining the pain etched into her features. Despite the hurt in her heart, she knows Anon speaks the truth. It's not the kind to toy with a mare's affections. But still, the image of him and Derpy, their hooves intertwined. Marble shakes her head, ears drooping. No, she mustn't let her insecurities poison what could be. What is, if Anon's softly pleading expression has any indication. She takes a shuddering breath, steeling herself. Okay, she whispers at last, her voice small but resolute. I want to try again too. Slowly, tentatively, she raises her gaze to meet him. Corners of her mouth twitch into a tiny, tremulous smile. No more secrets? She asks, hope flickering in her eyes like a candlelight. Should we have Pinkie come running in? Should we have her respond before we do anything else? Just to see what happens? Not the most sentimental guy. Damn, Ponyo, you are on fire with the puns. Pinkie interference. Alright, yeah, let's do it. Come on, Pinkie. Come ruin the moment. There's also Gilded Trixie Roselook, and with the dolphin cute make. Oh, jeez. Pinkie comes screeching to a halt, skidding on her hooves and kicking up a cloud of dust as she catches up to the fleeing couple.
Well, what do we have here?
She trots closer, her curly tail lashing.
Looks like some pony's trying to weasel out of trouble with a little sweet talking. Typical.
Pinkie jabs a hoof at Anon accusingly, nostrils flaring.
Don't think you can bat those dreamy eyes and make this all go away. Buster, you've got a lot of explaining to do.
He turns to Marble with a huff.
And you, letting him off the hook just like that? Come on. Sis, where's that Pie family pride?
He stomps a hoof.
Start talking, Casanova, before I really lose my temper.
Yeah, I can't tell what makes it skip over the brakes, but it is doing it occasionally. Oh well. Casanova. Oh yeah, it is. Now's the time to say no more secrets. Also, I accidentally kissed your sister while she was trying to stop me from catching up. I think I might give Pinkie one more take. I don't know, should we leave this? Something, I don't know why, but something's telling me to give Pinkie another take here. Lily, 3 royal guards, Luna, at the same time. She didn't mention kiss. That's probably the main thing that's throwing me off. I think she should bring that up. In a way, yeah, let's do it. You take. Panting heavily, Pinkie skids to a halt beside Anon and Marble, her mane frazzled from the chase.
Thought you could give me the slip, didn't ya?
She gasps out between breaths, jabbing an accusatory hoof at Anon.
Well, think again. Buster!
Her gaze flicks to Marble and her expression softens.
Oh, Marble, I'm so sorry this happened. That meanie Anon doesn't deserve a sweet pony like you.
Pinkie pulls her sister into a tight hug, nuzzling her comfortingly.
Don't you worry your pretty little head. I'll take care of this two-timing smoochy face.
She whirls on Anon, eyes narrowing dangerously.
As for you, I ought to bake you into a cupcake for all the trouble you've caused. No pony messes with my sister and gets away with it.
Pinkie brandishes her party cannon threateningly. Not
Any
again.
last words before I turn you into a confetti pinata?
We've come full circle, lads. Back to the beginning. Use Marble. I just joined. What is happening? Why is Pinkie mad? A lot of reasons. How do I reduce that to like 30 characters? Well, Pinkie, you've always had a crush on Marble, but too scared to try anything. This exact reason. This is why I didn't date Marble. We could do that. Okay, now we're just going into like scary music. How about we settle this over ice cream? No more ice cream, please. How could ice cream be bad? Oh, it went real bad.
Lemon flams full be gone.
Marble sisters have lots of places to hide a body on the rock farm. Derpy swoops down, landing between Anon and the angry Pinkie. Wait! She cries out, wings flare protectively. Don't hurt him! She turns to Marble, her misaligned eyes shimmering with sincerity. Marble, please listen. Anon didn't do anything wrong. It's just all a big misunderstanding. We only held hooves once ages ago, when I was feeling down about a late delivery. It was just being a good friend and cheering me up. That's all, I promise. Derpy looks imploringly at Pinkie. You've got to believe me. I would never try to steal Anon away or ruin their special date. I just got all confuzzled by that silly thermal what's-it. She hangs her head, ears drooping. I'm so sorry for causing such a ruckus and making you think badly of Anon. He's a real good human. Can you ever forgive me? While Derpy is monologuing to Marble, Pinkie's just going to blast us. Have you ever been to a pony con? No, I have not. Marble lifts her head, violet eyes glistening with unshed tears as they flick between Derpy and Anon. Her heart swells if the Pegasus is
sincere apology in Enon's earnest gaze, the last of her doubts melting away like morning dew. Takes a step forward, a tiny smile gracing her muzzle. I believe you, she murmurs softly, her voice barely above a whisper. Marble turns to Enon, her expression tender. I'm sorry I ran off like that. I should have given you a chance to explain. Can you ever forgive me for being such a silly filly? She extends a hoof towards him, her eyes shining with renewed hope. I'd like to start over if you're willing. A real first date, just you and me. What do you say? Let's see if Pinkie kills us anyways. Pinkie lowers her party cannon, eyes narrowing suspiciously as she glances between Marble, Enon, and Derpy. A heavy sigh escapes her muzzle.
Oh, all right. I guess I can forgive you this time, Nani.
She grumbles before fixing him.
But if you ever make my baby sister cry again, you'll be sorry. Oh, I'm so glad you two are gonna give it another shot. You know what this calls for? A party.
Pinkie whips out her party
To
cannon.
celebrate the happy couple. Hip hip hooray. Now, let's get this day back on track. Cupcakes. Any pony?
I wonder if it is because of the group chat that is happening. Oh well.
They held hooves. You sound serious. Well, it's fine. Let's party. Couple makeup party.
That seemed too sudden to change. Do you think I should give it another gen?
Party might be a trap.
I love how Pinkie just instantly went from die to party.
Well, it's Pinkie.
I don't think so. Derpy explained things. Yeah, I feel like that's reasonable. Pinkie just knows there's only 20 minutes to wrap up each episode. Reroll? We can give it one reroll, I guess, and see if it does something different.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold your horses. Let's not go hopping to conclusions. Sister won't mind.
Pinkie exclaims with a dramatic sweep of her hoof, the party cannon still smoking at the end of her nose. She trots up close, leaning in to peer at Marble and Enon with narrowed eyes, humming in contemplation.
I don't know.
She mooses, rubbing her chin with a hoof.
How do I know this isn't all just a clever ruse to pull the cotton candy over my eyes and distract me from some secret smoochy shenanigans?
Suddenly she gasps. A mischievous glint is spreading
I
her
got
muzzle.
The only way to really prove your lovey-dovey devotion is with a super-duper Pinkie Pie love challenge.
She giggles madly, pronking in place.
Ooh, this is gonna be so much fun. Marble, Nani, are you ready to put your love to the ultimate test?
Uh-oh. Alright, I guess that was worth the reroll. Pinkie, no, not in public. I guess we should see what the challenge entails.
This is getting out of hoof. It is.
She puts them both at risk and makes you choose who to save.
Marble gulps nervously at the mention of a love challenge, her tail swishing uncertainly. She glances up at Enon, studying his expression for any sign of reluctance or discomfort. Finding none, she takes a deep, steadying breath. Okay, she stammers out, voice barely above a whisper. I'll do it. For us. Marble reaches out a trembling hoof, intertwining it with Enon's fingers in a show of solidarity. Whatever crazy schemes Pinkie has cooked up, they'll face them together. No more running, no more hiding. She turns to her sister, mustering up a tiny, determined smile even as her knees quake. All right, Pinkie, we're ready. Give us your best shot. Marble squeezes Enon's hand, drawing courage from his presence at her side. With him by her side, she feels like she can face anything, even a super-duper Pinkie Pie love challenge. I fear the challenge, but let's find out what it is, I guess.
I am curious to see what Pinkie would say to this.
The glimmer chair.
I wonder if the AI will understand the implication here.
Enon scratches the back of his head awkwardly. Look, Pinkie, I know you want to challenge me to prove my love, but here in the middle of Ponyville? Can we get a room and get you a chair? Pinkie freezes mid-pronk, her eyes going wide.
Why, Nani? Whatever do you mean?
She gasps, a hoof flying to her mouth in shock.
Are you suggesting we do some mathing and naughty?
The party pony's gaze darts between Enon and Marble, her expression morphing from scandalized to sly.
Oh, I get it. You want to get all snuggly-wuggly with Marble, don't you? Have a little private party. Just the two of you.
She giggles, booping Enon on the nose.
Well, why didn't you say so? Silly, I know just the place. Follow me, little birds. I've got the perfect spot for a little romancy-schmancy rendezvous.
She leads them to a secluded glade just outside Ponyville, a cozy little nook surrounded by wildflowers and shaded by a weeping willow. In the center sits a checkered picnic blanket complete with a wicker basket and flickering
Ta-da!
candles.
Your loveness awaits.
She's totally down. I think we did, Caliban. Yeah, Pinkie's totally cool for this, I guess. How is Marble okay with all of this? Let's see if she is.
Marble blushes fiercely as Enon suggests getting a room, her mind reeling at the implication. She glances around nervously, suddenly feeling very exposed out here in the open. When Pinkie leans into the secluded glade, Marble's heart hammers against her ribcage. It's all so sudden, so intimate. Is she really ready for this? She peeks up at Enon from beneath her lashes, her expression a mix of shy and excitement and trepidation.
It's lovely, she murmurs, her voice barely audible over the chirping birds. Very, private. Marble takes a tentative step towards the picnic setup, her tail swishing anxiously. She looks to Anon for guidance, for reassurance that this is okay, that she's not moving too fast. Are you sure about this? She whispers, her hoof hovering over the checkered blanket. I mean, I want to. With you, but only if you do too. We are on... I'm surprised it's letting it go this far. Alright, whatever.
Pony zone to the max.
Gone full circle again. Pinkie wants to give her nieces and nephews again.
Marble is getting in the mood.
Now Alan may ask Pinkie about challenge again. What the hell do we do from here? Maybe PG-13 and may not. Desiccated Anon. YT Overlord suddenly smiting the stream. Yeah, we gotta tread carefully here. Yeah, let's just ask Pinkie what she expects us to do here. Just to clarify, what exactly do you want us to do to fulfill your super duper Pinkie Pie love challenge? Okay, we'll just ask that and see what Pinkie answers with. Right, Anon says, suddenly feeling a bit bashful at how fast this is all going all of a sudden. So just to clarify, what exactly do you want us to do to fulfill your super duper Pinkie Pie love challenge? And let's see what Pinkie says.
Ooh, I'm so glad you asked.
Pinkie bounces excitedly in place, her grin stretching from ear to ear.
You two are gonna go on a super special, ultra-romantic scavenger hunt. I've hidden all sorts of lovey-dovey clues and challenges all over Ponyville, just for you.
She produces a glittery scroll, seemingly from thin air, unfurling it with a dramatic flourish.
First, you'll have to find the enchanted rose hidden somewhere in Sweet Apple Acres and present it to each other with heartfelt vows of devotion. Then it's off to the Everfree Forest to collect a vial of moonbeam essence from the legendary moon blossom, which only blooms under a lover's moon.
Pinkie wiggles her eyebrows suggestively.
And for the grand finale, a daring dive into the fathoms of feelings, where you'll have to bare your souls to one another and confess your truest, deepest desires.
She clasps her hooves together, sighing dreamily.
It's all so romantic. By the time you get through my love challenge, you two will be so head over hooves for each other. You won't be able to keep your hooves off one another.
Pinkie's eyes sparkle with mischief as she pushes the scroll into Anon's hands.
So, what do you say? Love birds? Ready to embark on the adventure of a lifetime and prove your love is the real deal?
I'm going to tie Anon to a chair, Marv. You get to do anything you want. Alright. Oh yeah, we do have to go into the Everfree Forest if we want to play along. Not amazing, but not too bad. Should we regen? I mean, or should we just play along with Pinkie's little challenge she's set up here? Part of me feels like this is dragging on. Could be great for Marefair. Marefair is a live thing, and I am not attending. Politely turn down the that's what I'm thinking. Nah, Anon says, turning his gaze back to Marble, giving her a warm smile. I don't need a million goofy challenges to know that what I have with Marble is true. We'll give Marble a chance to respond first. Anon says, taking Marble's hoof in his hand and leading her back into town. How about we go grab something to eat? He says to Marble, leaving an indignant, sputtering Pinkie behind. Marble's heart swells with affection at Anon's declaration, a pretty blush painting her cheeks. His sincerity, his steadfast belief in their bond, it's everything she's ever dreamed of. She follows readily as he leads her away, leaving a sputtering Pinkie in their wake. A small secretive smile plays at her lips, her hoof warm in his grasp. I'd like that, Marble murmurs, glancing up at Anon through her lashes. Someplace quiet where we can really talk, get to know each other. As they stroll through Ponyville, Marble feels lighter than air, like she could face anything as long as Anon is by her side. No more doubts, no more fears, just a shy young mare and the stallion, her human, who makes her feel very, truly seen. Thank you, she whispers, giving his hand a gentle squeeze, for everything. And we'll give Pinkie one last response just because I want to see what she does as they walk off.
Oh, no you don't. Not so fast. Mister!
Pinkie bounds after Anon Marble, her puffy tail twitching indignantly.
You think you can just walk away from a Pinkie promise? From the most super-duper fantastically important love challenge in the history of ever?
She skids to a halt in front of the startled couple, hooves planted firmly blocking their path.
Let me tell you something. Buster Pinkie Pie always gets her way, and she says you two are gonna do this challenge and prove your love, or so help me, as Lilo throw you the most boring, unfun party in Equestria.
Her voice drops to a menacing whisper, and eyes narrowing dangerously.
Is that what you want, Nani? A party without streamers, or balloons, or cake. Because that's what you're gonna get if you don't turn your flank around and march it back to that glade. Pronto!
To just have her jaw dropped and stay frozen. Yeah, I was expecting the Add More to do something like that. I'm gonna give it a couple more swipes just to see if we get something better out of Pinkie. And then I might go with what Caliban said. Pinkie stands frozen in slack-jawed disbelief as Anon and Marble trot off into the sunset, her mane deflating with a sad little...
What? No wacky shenanigans? No defined decorations? Not even a single smooch?
Her hopes fly to her cheeks as she lets out a scandalized gasp.
Well, I never, of all the party pooping, romance Rooney Noo.
She digs her hooves into the dirt. Pinkie snorts steam from her nostrils. This simply wouldn't do. If those two thought they could just skip out on a Pinkie Pie plan, they had another thing coming. With a determined glint in her eye, the party pony takes off after the couple, a manic grin spreading across her muzzle.
You lovebirds, wait for me.
A trail of dust and glitter kicks up in her wake as she gallops full tilt towards Ponyville, schemes already swirling in her curly-hued head.
The fun has just begun.
Have Marble stand up to her sister. Take the L, Pinkie. This could be used as an end point. Yeah, I'll give it one more. Just because why not? When I do AI stuff on my own, I pretty much always go for like 5 to 10 generations on every single message because I'm picky. But I think 3 will work here. Pinkie's jaw drops open, then snaps shut. Her ears droop and she slumps where she stands, looking thoroughly crestfallen as she watches Anon and Marble trot away.
But Buddy had it all planned out.
She whines to no pony in particular, lower lip trembling.
The scavenger hunt, the challenges, the heartfelt confessions under the moonlight.
With a huff, she crosses her forehooves over her chest, pouting up a storm.
Well, fine then. Go on your silly little lunch date. See if I care.
Pinkie kicks at a pebble, grumbling under her breath, but as quickly as it came, her annoyance evaporates, replaced by a sly, calculating grin.
Okie dokie Loki. Anon, you may have won this round, but the love challenge has only just begun.
Meh.
Time for Pinkie to kick things up a notch. Hee hee.
Just gonna leave it there. I think that works. Yeah, there was a good delivery in there. Well, fine then. Alright, we're ending it there. Let's do something else. A different story, I guess.